Hi, this is Tom Reber, and I'm your host today on Best for Jacks. And today I have a very special guest, Vicky Walker of Holland Mortgage Advisors. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Tom. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Outstanding.
We go way, way back.
Yes, we do.
And it's a pleasure to be here and talk to you about my favorite subject, how to get people into homes.
Well,
right?
You're quite the expert on that. We know, because you've been with me a long time, 30 plus years in the mortgage space.
It's my 40th year in the business,
Holy
man.
cow.
I know. Can you believe that? I love it. And I love it now more than I did when I first got into it. But you know what I see so often?
What?
I see people get out of order with kind of the way things should be, right?
No doubt.
Yeah. First thing people do, call a realtor.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's always a decent first step. There's a better way.
It is. But it's better if you talk to your loan originator first.
Absolutely.
Because there's always money involved, right? Unless it's even if it's a cash buy, there's still money involved.
No doubt.
You want to talk to that loan originator, and hopefully you do carefully select the team that you're going to have with you while you're trying to buy the home or access funds through a refinance.
Tell us about that team.
Super important. So, you know, your mortgage loan originator, what a lot of people miss about us is we know everybody.
That's
40 years. You've been in the business, what, over 35 years?
Yep.
We have worked with thousands of real estate agents.
Yes.
We know the people that specialize in perhaps what you're trying to do with purchasing the home. We know the ones that work in new construction.
Yep.
We know the people that do resales. We know the people that do beachfront properties, etc. Right? Mobile homes, whatever it is you're going after.
Correct.
We typically know the people that are super good at that. We also know the real estate agents that, let's just say, you're dealing with a property that may have some issues, right?
Yes.
Property repairs, things like that. Very common, very tough situation to deal with. We're going to know the realtors that negotiate those things very well, that have experience negotiating those things. So if when you come to your mortgage loan originator first, we're going to know those people. We know the insurance agents, we know the structural inspectors,
Absolutely.
we know divorce attorneys, criminal attorneys,
Yes.
you name it, we know them
Yep.
and have done business with them. Also, too, another thing that I don't think is talked about enough is how that home is used as an asset, right? That is so important. I recommend to my customers every 3 to 5 years you need to be talking to me again about a potential refinance. And guess who does the most refinances with me?
Who?
My financial advisors.
Yes.
You know why? Because they know the power of that money. They have a term, they call it debt equity. They're like, that equity is sitting there, and that's great. If you want to pay your house off, and that's your goal.
That right there is a great point.
It's power. I'm telling you, it's powerful. There are self-employed people that are customers of the financial advisors. We use a strategic refinance every 3 to 5 years to fund their retirement account.
Other people's money.
I know, and it funds their. Okay, here's the other thing. So talk about interest rate. Interest rate is what everyone's concerned about.
Of course.
Right? Interest rate is the most temporary thing on a mortgage transaction.
Yeah.
Should you be concerned about the interest rate? Yes. I'm not saying
Absolutely.
don't be concerned about it. Of course you should be. But there are times when the interest rate doesn't matter.
Correct.
And let me tell you when.
Please.
Okay. Have a refinance. Just closed it 2 months ago.
Yep.
People have down $164,000 on their home. Their home was worth $509,000.
Wow.
Ton of equity.
Dead money.
Yeah, of dead money, just sitting there. They were in debt up to their eyeballs. They were choking on debt. I felt so bad for them. We sat down and did their refinance, took a look at it. They paid themselves completely debt-free, put an additional 80 grand in a savings account, Tom.
Wow.
Do you think the interest rate mattered on that?
Not
no,
much.
it didn't. You know how much money they saved by doing that? Almost $3,200 a month in debt. $3,200 a month in debt. So even though their mortgage payment went up, their overall cost went down so much. That is a refinance you absolutely have to do, right? And if you're not looking at that strategically every 3 to 5 years, how do you know that?
No doubt.
How do you know that? Yeah.
Vicky, you have brought up so much great stuff. How to even get started? How do they get in contact with you?
They call me 904-233-7990. Or listen, and this is my encouragement to everyone. If you don't speak to me, please speak to an experienced mortgage loan originator. They're the most valuable person on your team. If they are experienced, they should strategically be talking to you not only about your short-term goal, which is purchasing the home you're looking at now, but also long-term goals on how you're going to use that property as an asset to build wealth. They should be having those conversations with you. First-time home buyers, down payment assistance. We're in a market right now where you can stack a seller concession on top of that and get into it with almost no money into the deal. If they're not talking to you about those kind of options, they should be talking to you about those kind of options.
Well, you just nailed it big time. You must talk about the money first before you jump in. Understand your financial profile. Understand your cash flow analysis.
That's right.
And most importantly, the why and the how. You've got the why, you got the how. It starts with financing with you.
It does.
So I want to thank you so much for being on the show today.
You're welcome. My pleasure. I could talk about this all day.
Without a doubt. You light up when you talk mortgages.
I love it.
For all of you out there, would you like to learn more about Vicky Walker and Holland Mortgage Advisors? Please click on the link below. And Vicky, again, thank you for being on the show.
You're
and
welcome.
To all of you out there, cheers.